Is Loki or Luffy capable of surpassing Imu-sama in terms of strength? As we saw in the latest manga chapter, just how fast and powerful Imu truly is. This overwhelming display of power from Imu has created tension throughout Elbaf. You could even say that this is the first time in the story after the time skip that we have no idea whether the Straw Hat Pirates can handle their current enemy. This kind of uncertainty is very rare in the series, especially after Luffy awakened Gear 5, which was portrayed as a near-limitless power during the fight with Kaido, because during the Wano arc, we already knew or expected that Luffy would defeat Kaido. The only question in that arc was how. But we expected that Luffy would definitely take Wano out of Kaido's control, especially after his multiple power-ups like Advanced Conqueror's Haki and Gear 5. The same goes for the Dressrosa arc and other arcs where Luffy's victory felt inevitable due to narrative build-up. But now in the Elbaf arc, if you read the current chapter, you might actually start to worry. Can the current Luffy really handle Imu? It makes us think that Luffy might actually lose, something we haven't seriously felt since Sabaody. So for me, the only one who can defeat Imu right now is time. How did I say that? Because of the obvious clues that Oda is placing, like the concern of the Gorosei about Imu leaving Mary Geos, which is very unusual, considering Imu is the hidden ruler of the world. We also saw that Imu seemed a bit weakened right after arriving in Elbaf, and his rapid movements to quickly finish his mission. This could connect to a possible limitation of his power, similar to how Gear 5 drains Luffy's stamina or how Law's abilities consume a lot of energy. All of these clues point to one thing: Imu-sama is in a hurry. Because if Imu could stay longer in Elbaf, he should have already wiped everyone out, especially considering how easily he overwhelmed top-tier fighters. Even in the moment when he attacked Zoro's group, instead of focusing on all the giants to eliminate them, who are known as one of the strongest warrior races, what did Imu do? He only focused on saving Summers. He only attacked Zoro, Hodgerudden, and Stanson because they attacked him first. Meaning, he just retaliated instead of dominating the battlefield completely. The same scenario happened with Jinbei Group. Imu only focused on saving Gillingham, and he only attacked Sanji because Sanji attacked him first. Nami, Jinbei, and the others were not even touched, even though they were within range. This is very different from characters like Kaido or Big Mom, who would attack everything in their vicinity. This means Imu is rushing to accomplish something, possibly a mission directly ordered or tied to a larger world event. That's why it wouldn't be surprising if later in his fight against Loki and Luffy, he suddenly doesn't finish the battle and just returns to Mary Geos. I guess this moment will happen once he already has the upper hand in the fight, the point where Luffy and Loki are already down. This kind of narrative is similar to how Kuma separated the Straw Hats at Sabaody, leaving Luffy completely helpless. This is where Imu will make Luffy realize that if he wants to save the world, he needs to become even stronger. Similar to what Luffy experienced during the Sabaody Archipelago arc, where he couldn't do anything to save his friends. That moment led to the time skip and Rayleigh's training. This could become Luffy's next major growth trigger, possibly pushing his Haki to a level even beyond what Roger and Shanks have shown, or fully mastering Gear 5 without stamina drawbacks. But that's just one of the things we'll talk about in this video. To start this topic, let's go straight to what Imu has done. We saw the casualties in just a short time of his stay in Elbaf. He managed to cut off Gerd's fingers. He also cut Stanson's leg, and he blasted the faces of Zoro, Sanji, and Hodgerudden. We clearly saw how fast and strong Imu is, and this level of dominance is something we've only seen from top-tier legends like Roger or Whitebeard in flashbacks. Imu's speed is highlighted in his attacks, and obviously, he also has a high level of Advanced Observation Haki, possibly even Future Sight at an extreme level. We noticed this from how he avoided Hodgerudden's attack and even how he counterattacked Sanji instantly, something only characters like Katakuri and Shanks have consistently demonstrated. That's why in the upcoming fight between Imu and Loki, I think the focus will be on Advanced Observation Haki. If you remember, during Loki's imprisonment, he already showed us how high his level of Observation Haki is. He demonstrated it multiple times, like when Gunko attacked him, he predicted Gunko's moves before they even happened. Another example is when he dodged Luffy's attack effortlessly. All of this happened while Loki was blindfolded, which strongly suggests a mastery similar to Fujitora, who fights without eyesight, meaning we can truly say that his Advanced Observation Haki is at a very high level. So this upcoming battle between Imu and Loki, I don't believe it will be one-sided, because neither of them is at 100%. Imu is weakening, and Loki has already taken a lot of damage from Shamrock's attacks. Their strength might just rise even more now, especially since One Piece fights often escalate as characters push beyond their limits. And if we think Loki has already shown everything in the previous chapters, we're mistaken. Because until now, he still hasn't revealed his hybrid form, the same form that gave King Harold a hard time. We all know that once Zoan Devil Fruit users enter their hybrid form, that is technically their strongest form, like we saw with Kaido and Lucci. That's why it's exciting to see Loki's full power, and it might even rival a Yonko-level threat. The upcoming fight between Imu and Loki is truly exciting. As for Scopper Gabon's panel, to be fair to Sanji and Zoro who were only hit once by Imu, Gabon mentioning that he has never felt a Haki like Imu's, even during the God Valley incident, simply implies that Imu's Haki is extremely powerful. This statement carries huge weight because Gabon was part of Roger's crew and witnessed the peak of the pirate era, and we know the characters present during God Valley. The strongest Marine, Garp, was there. The two strongest pirates in history, Rox D. Zebek and Gold D. Roger, were there. And also 3 future emperors, Big Mom, Whitebeard, and Kaido. So the fact that the attacks of Luffy's 2 wings even managed to land is already an achievement in my opinion, showing that Zoro and Sanji are now truly among the top-tier fighters. Speaking of emperors, it seems that Imu's size is similar to Kaido, Big Mom, and Whitebeard. We saw the comparison with Zoro. Imu is clearly much bigger. Even his foot is almost as big as Sanji. This could hint that Imu might not even be fully human, possibly connected to an ancient race or even the Void Century. Currently, 4 out of 10 Straw Hat pirates have already fallen in their fight against Imu. First were Usopp and Brook, followed by Sanji and Zoro. Since the 2 strongest members after Luffy are already down, I believe Jinbei won't be joining the fight anymore to preserve his strength. It's possible that only Luffy will step in next, setting up a direct confrontation similar to Luffy versus Kaido but with much higher stakes. As for Imu's mysterious ability called Omen, it is noticeable that it involves black flames. This is very interesting because black flames in One Piece have been associated with destruction and mystery, unlike normal fire abilities. Could it be that the men with marked flames we've been looking for is actually someone who became a victim of Imu's Omen? Could this be the reason why Oda is emphasizing the concept of marked flames? It might even tie into the final road poneglyph or a hidden survivor of the Void Century. Anyway, that's our short analysis of the events in the latest manga chapter. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to press the like button because your likes really help our channel grow. And comment down below, do you think Luffy can defeat Imu right now, or does he still need another power-up? So that's it for today.